once again, we wake up to headlines swirling with outrage from both the right and the left over the Israeli government's decision to allow humanitarian aid into Gaza. And I agree. The absolute anger and frustration at this insane situation is real and justified. The right is furious, and rightly so. Every single truck of so-called humanitarian aid that enters Gaza risks being seized by our Islamo-Nazi enemy in Gaza and strengthens the very barbaric terror organization responsible for October 7th. That is not how you fight a war. That aid doesn't build peace or allow victory over an Islamo-Nazi enemy. It empowers them. It helps them rearm, re-energize, and to continue murdering our soldiers, terrorizing our people, and holding our hostages. At the same time, the left is outraged, but for a completely different and dangerously naive reason. They claim that the capitulation to allow in humanitarian aid by a full right-wing government shows that the government has no strategy and proof that the war is being waged for political reasons, not to win it or to save the hostages. The left demands an end to the war as if simply stopping the fighting will magically bring all the hostages home and deliver peace by these international, regional peace normalization deals. Let's be clear. Ending the war now would not free our hostages. It just empowers an evil enemy showing that they can manipulate Israel to stay alive and survive another day to massacre us more in the future. Ending the war by giving in to Hamas demands would embolden jihadist terror across Israel for generations to come and even around the world. Why shouldn't they kidnap Jews around the world? They find out that they get paid for it. So who's right? Neither the right or the left are right, because both sides are losing sight of the bigger picture, and we must keep perspective. The decision by the government to allow humanitarian aid right now to go into Gaza is not giving up. It is actually the only way we can continue to win this war day by day, street by street, tunnel by tunnel, in a very immoral world that prefers to allow evil to thrive than allow Israel to put an end to that evil. All right, let me take a second to explain, because obviously giving the aid to Hamas in Gaza is immoral. So listen up. First of all, look at what's happening in Gaza right now. For the first time since October 7th, the IDF is systematically dismantling entire Hamas strongholds in Gaza. Gazan cities and terror infrastructure are being destroyed. Gazans are being evacuated from their communities that were previously built up. But now they are being destroyed and flattened. Even though it is taking longer than we prefer, Gaza will be free of Islamo-Nazis and the Trump immigration plan will be implemented. And now, for the first time, American teams have landed in Israel to enter Gaza and oversee the distribution of aid. Not to support Hamas, but to ensure Hamas doesn't touch that aid. Will that plan work 100%? Probably not. Hamas is probably still going to get a hand on it. But it's a tactical step, not a strategic surrender that shows U.S. support in allowing Israel to continue to win this war. Personally, I'm not a fan of this plan because I don't want Americans going into Gaza endangering their lives. And I don't want any Americans killed in Gaza. This is our war to win, but Trump supports this plan. So it's moving forward. Why is Israel being pressured by the Trump administration to give this humanitarian aid via American companies? Because Israel is under immense and immoral international pressure from Europe, from the United Nations, from the Arab Muslim countries who are also threatening the Trump administration, even from the Trump administration itself. Not because Trump is turning on Israel, but because he understands the game and wants to placate the Arab Muslim countries that are pressuring them. Trump is trying to take the pressure off Israel at the international level while giving us the space to finish the job militarily. Aid trucks today are a necessary political price to pay so that we can win the war with total victory tomorrow. Do you get that? And let's not forget, President Trump has not stopped Israel from eliminating our Islamo-Nazi enemy in Gaza. He hasn't condemned our right to defend ourselves. He hasn't pressured us into any false ceasefires. He's not Biden, and Trump understands the pressures that Netanyahu is under in trying to save hostages. Trump is helping us play a longer game by throwing this aid in there in order to placate the world and the Muslim countries in order to allow Israel to win the war. So yes, this move is frustrating and makes us angry, but it's not the end of the war, and it's not a capitulation. It's not a betrayal. It's a tactical loss, perhaps. But we must be wise enough to see that it's part of a broader path to total victory. Lose the battle, but win the war. We have to hold the line. We have to keep our faith, strengthen it, and above all, keep perspective. We are on the war. We are on the road to winning this war with total victory. And you get the better understanding and analysis from me at the Pulse of Israel. So stick with me. We're going to get out of this. We're going to have total victory. The immigration plan will happen. It's not happening as quickly as we want it to. It will happen. Strengthen your faith in the one above. Keep on praying, especially for our soldiers, especially for the hostages, especially for the injured, for the families, for the Jewish people, for the whole freedom-loving world, because we are the front line of the freedom-loving world, and we must win this war with total victory in order for the whole freedom-loving world to be protected. Am Yisrael Chai. That's it for today's special Pulse of Israel program, when you get a daily, belief-based, inspiring, politically incorrect truth about Israel, the Jewish people, and the freedom-loving world. If you are not yet a subscriber, what are you waiting for? Go to pulseofisrael.com and click to subscribe today. And yes, we are a donor-based operation. We're heavily censored across all the social media platforms. It's thanks to your support, large donations or small donations, that we're able to do our work. And we have so much work to be done, so much truth to inspire people with, especially the Jews. And it's thanks to your donations. So every once in a while, just click on the donate button on pulseofisrael.com. Shalom, everyone, and thanks for watching.
Pulse of Israel, frontline videos from the Holy Land. Support our work by donating today.